I'm ready.
Action.
I protect them like a lion in the jungle and feel like a bone in the... I protect them.
My name is Adagold, and this is my story. Growing up, my dad loved music. Like, he loved music so much. He had a group of friends that they played at, I think it was called Jazz Garden then, at Cemetery Road in Warri. And sometimes they would come home and play Fela, Bob Marley, Lucky Dube, different amazing artists. And I was like, oh my God, these people sound so good, and they always have a message. And he would always give me life lessons, from those songs. And I was like, I think one day I want to be able to impact people's lives, and just in my own little way. It wasn't even necessarily music at the time, but I've always loved music. My dad made me love music, and my mom made sure that I was always doing something in church, and I had to join the choir, singing little by little. Then I didn't even think I could sing. I was just doing it because mom, she said, go to church and do something, so, and it made so much sense to me because it felt like I could be heard. It felt like I could, share my feelings without actually saying what it was that was wrong with me. Because, growing up sometimes, you're not really licensed to feel a certain kind of way. You're supposed to feel the way your parents want you to feel, So it gave me that opportunity to be able to express myself. And going to school, I got the opportunity to be part of a group as well. Some little competitions. I represented my school when Pepsi did a competition. And it was all the ginger I needed. It was all the confirmation and validation I needed that, you know what, you actually can do this. And you have so many stories, not just your life story, but people around you that people need to hear to heal their hearts, and to, just let them know, you know what, you're not the only person going through this, and it's okay. Everything is going to be fine. So yeah.
What's a feeling? Because I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass, no treble. I'm all about that bass. Yeah, it's pretty clear. I ain't a size 2, but I can shake it like I'm supposed to do. 'Cause I got that boom boom that all the boys chase, and all the right jumps, all the right places. I see the magazine, working at Photoshop. We know that stuff ain't real. Come on, now make it stop. If you got beauty, just raise them up. Every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top. Yeah, my mama, she told me, don't worry about your size.
Oh my God, that was MTR Project Fame. Was all shades of everything. It was enlightening. It was scary because it showed me what the industry, like a little glimpse of what the industry would look like. And it was at a time in my life where I think it was what I needed at the time. I needed that validation of saying over 100,000 people all over West Africa, because it was MTN Project Fame West Africa. So we're talking about different countries in West Africa coming together to organize a competition. And then they pick you for top 24, and then you get to the finals. I was the third runner up, and the entire thing, it was hectic, but it was very much rewarding because I learned how to hone my craft my own way. Because one thing I've come to understand about music is it's not a, should I say, a one-pathed way. So many ways to achieve what it is that you want to achieve, right? And it helped me, should I say, devise a space, a niche for myself. I'm not supposed to do what everybody's doing. I'm just supposed to do what I'm supposed to do.
No trouble. I'm all about that bass, When I look at you, I just see a superstar. That's what I see, right? And thank you for just giving me the
I
opportunity
was
to work.
actually working in my church then as a follow-up staff. And I literally, see, I told my reverend, I said, sir, I auditioned for this thing. Oh, if we need to pray on the phone so that they will call me, let's start praying now. So we actually prayed, and then he said, don't worry, everything is going to be fine. I'm just really optimistic about this for you. I feel like this is the stepping stone you need to greater and bigger things. I was like, okay, no problem. And then I got the call in the middle of work. I was supposed to talk to somebody. I ended the call straight. Is this Adagold? You're called for your top 24. You're coming to Lagos. I was like, are you serious? People should not prank call me. I don't like this nonsense. He said, no. Calls to be made, arrangements to be made. But I think it was in 2 weeks, I went to Lagos, and then we started the journey and everything. Because in the auditions, you would hear people sing, and you'd be telling yourself, you sure I don't go just pack my bag, make I know that I transport, don't waste. But then I told myself, we're making this decision. Let's see it through. You never can tell. Even if you don't go all the way, at least there is something. You will meet someone or hear something that you need to learn. I try to take every experience in life as a learning curve. So yeah, overall it was scary, but it was amazing. There were stressful times where I literally like I cried. I won't lie. I cried like a baby because the stress was too much. But then I told myself 2 things. 1, don't go embarrass your family members on national television because they will beat you when you get home. And then secondly, I am here. Let me give it my best. So that when people ask me, I will be proud to say that I gave my best.
Last one, let's go. Give that to them. Pearl and Anderson, take that. Arrow and Jeff. And the rest of you. Let's go. Pray for me. If you want somebody to pray for you, you don't have to be aggressive about it. Because the notes are very interesting doesn't mean you should shout it out. Treat it with a bit of respect, even though you have none for yourselves. Let's go. Go. Why do you six, the bunch of you, why do you sound like town criers? Don't you understand English in the light of day? Again, go! Pray for me. Isn't it sweeter that way? I don't get it. So you know what you're supposed to do. You gang up and you make sure you tear that champion song apart. You tear the prayer apart. You get your own collabos ready, and of course have they told you your own composition? Your own performance.
Yes, Drunken Love.
Drunken Love, and you performed Sound Sultan's Motherland.
Yes.
Sound Sultan's Motherland.
Yes, sir.
Right.
What's a feeling? I've been drinking.
Uncle Ben. That man was on my case like white on rice. He would give me the most difficult songs. I'm like, sir, you know I cannot. I know you can do it. Don't tell yourself you can't do it. Tell yourself you can do everything. You can do anything. And from there, it really pushed me to be able to see that it's not just Nigeria. It could be the world if I put my mind to it. And it gave me the boost. It gave me the time to just really sit down and think about what my music was going to be. Because the first thing that a lot of people were telling me was, that as you have come out now Afrobeat, so now waiting the rain for Nigeria be that if you want to blow. But then he said something to me. He said, find out what works for you and make it work for everybody else.
Wow.
So that's what I'm doing.
what going in this country and a nation now. Say,
What's a one in a this country?
and we
What's a one in a this nation?
rest down one more time,
What's a
please.
one in a this country?
Come in and know.
What's a one in a this nation?
Sawalale, sawalawalale, sawalale, sawalawalale. What's up, we gonna? What's up, we gonna?
As much as I loved listening to reggae music growing up with my dad and everything, but that was totally out of the box for me because I was the pop singer or the soul singer or never the reggae head, you know. And everybody was like, what? Girl, you killed it. I had a great time because I dedicated that performance to my dad. And it was amazing. It was
Your
amazing.
dad is amazing.
My dad is awesome. Awesome.
Oh, me nah know.
What's a one in a this country?
Ask them one more time,
What's a
please.
one in a this nation?
Respect, man. Now I wanna ask a question. The rude girl want to follow a conscience and do a little remix. Can we do that now? Ha! Free! Fire, fire! In our country. Give me plenty water. Make I question. And you hear me again, you say,
Fire, fire, in our country.
seriously?
Give me plenty water.
To a certain extent, Warri is not, as my friend would say, user-friendly. They would prefer to support the people outside Warri. I remember there was a time before all of this fame and everything, right? Someone told me, I'm giving you a platform. Like, I'm giving you, I'm the one helping you. But somebody else came from outside town, Lagos, did not even do what I did, or even half of what I did. And they paid the person's flight, paid hotel, paid the person money. If you see the way the bodyguards, I be the security, I be bouncers, they follow this person. I was like, wow. And me here, how many people don't push my shoulder past for here? You know? But then when I went for Project Fame, did all the things I did, was opportune to travel to some really cool countries, you know, because of music and people seeing what I was doing. And then I came back and some people started saying, okay, you know, we don't have this money that you are saying, ma. But I said, ma, don't enter. You know, Warri people are quick to embrace people from outside than building and exporting their people. You know, and it is a very bad thing. A very, very, very bad thing. Don't look down on, even in present times, when we're doing events in Delta State, in Warri, even in Asaba, you will see the way the Warri Delta State based artists are treated. They are treated like under my shoes, but the Lagos artists or Abuja artists that come, they treat them like they are the second coming of Christ. And that's totally unfair. Honestly, it is totally unfair because you forget that the Lagos people are made. Let me use that word. But the Warri people are in a process. They are in a process. The wisest thing to do is invest in someone that is rising, not someone that is already there. I don't need your money at that time. You just want to affiliate yourself with my fame. I don't need you. The time that I needed you, you did not show up. That's why sometimes when I see some artists that are snobbish or prideful, I'm not even upset. Because you don't know the struggle where they don't struggle, reach where they did. Then you are not coming to do. None of my small, come on, remove your hand from my shoulders. You know, so we really need to push our people in whatever capacity that we can. And do it without asking for anything in return. Let's just help people. Genuinely help people. Because that's when you will genuinely reap the fruits of your labors. My sound is, as my friend will say, Afro soul. I'm not the kind of artist that you say, do you do Afro pop? Do you do rock? Do you do this? Do you do that? Um, I grew up listening to the likes of Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin. You know, those were women that were gangster when it came to music. They didn't care what genre. As long as they were feeling it at the time, they would do a song like that. Even Beyonce is taking that step at the moment. And that's the kind of person I am. If I feel like it's a rock song today, we will do it. But one thing I know that I always do is I try to make sure that the Nigerian and the African feel is never lost in my music. You know, wherever you are, whatever it is, even if the song itself is English, the beat has to just have something African in it. Yeah.
I've cried so many nights, break my heart, break my heart.
How well did your family influence your career?
You know, at first they will give you because I remember when I told them that I wanted to. First thing I told them I wanted to study music in school, and they're like, music does not put food on the table. You know, that's the line that parents. Music entertainment, what? You go and study what I say. I was like, okay, no problem. So I did sociology and psychology, came back, and then I was like, I want to go for Project Fame. Well, let's see how that one goes. You know that thing where you're not totally saying no, but you're not totally saying yes at the same time. And then Project Fame doing everything. My dad would call and be like, are you seeing my daughter on TV? She's making us proud. So when I came back, my dad was like totally excited, so stoked, calling everybody he knew. We need to see the governor. We need to see this. I was just looking at my dad. I said, Daddy, you that said I should not go and study music in school. He said, that was then. This is now. I was like, okay. And my mom was she was really proud because she always enjoyed me singing. There were some times where she would tell me, you know, I like this song. Come and sing this song for me. Let me hear. So doing it professionally and doing it for other people to, hear, always made her smile. Always made her smile.
Always.
Always.
So I heard you fancy comics a lot.
I do. I read from Asian to DC, then Marvel and whatnot. I'm just classifying that.
Yeah.
But I would say that my favorite comic character has always been Wonder Woman. And it's not even because she's strong. It's because she was bold. I take from her books in the sense that I am not afraid to talk to anybody. No matter who you are, no matter what office you hold, I should be able to say, you know what? Nice to meet you. My parents taught me respect. I will greet you well and tell you who I am and tell you why you should listen to me.
Wow.
And it gave me my confidence and boldness. So yeah. That there are people out there that actually like my sound, that actually like the way I sing, like my music, and like my message. And then I dropped my first ever single, Aye. And I think a friend to a friend got a link for me at an event. It was a big event. And that was the first time I did that. Like I performed Aye. And I taught them the chorus. And I sang the song and then I said, because the chorus is, oh, Aye Male. Then the response would be, ole, 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 kokoroko. And the moment I did that and I wanted them to give the response, there were over 150 people there. And they sang it back to me. I was in awe. And it was almost like my heart telling me, imagine a stadium where over 10,000 people are singing your song back to you. And everybody was so excited. When I came down, oh my God, your song is so beautiful. You make it so much fun. I was like, you know what? Music, we die here. Forget it. There's nothing you're going to tell me anymore. It was just so exhilarating. The feeling was so powerful. Music is expression of the things that we cannot see but need to see. I know that people are going through a lot. I know that, like there's a song I have, Masquerade. It's about a friend of ours that was going through so much in her relationship or marriage, domestic violence, and she couldn't speak up because the society never truly encourages that. But that song, I wrote it with a friend of mine, and the song was just saying, we see you. We will fight for you. All you have to do is say something. We're not going to chastise you. We're not going to make you feel a certain kind of way. So I feel like I am a messenger. And the importance, or should I say, the criticality of music for me is, I feel like if I do not share my gifts, if I do not share my craft with the world, I am doing the world a great disservice. And I'm not saying it with pride. I am saying it as someone that has been given an assignment. You know, if they give you an assignment and you don't submit it, you will fail, likely.
Definitely.
So I don't want to fail. I never, for one thing that I am afraid to do in life is to fail. And to not do music is to fail. And I never want to fail. When I was called to meet with the present Olu of Warri, they were like, he wanted me to sing at his coronation and everything. I was like, eh? I lost my mind, to be honest. I was like, and when we spoke, the first time we spoke, it was like, I've heard of you. Like, I've seen your videos, and I know that you have an amazing voice. I was like, You know, there's one thing to say, sir, I know this person, let her just come on. And there's another thing to say, I know who you are, and I am so proud of what you're doing. It was amazing. It was mind-blowing, because then I understood that a lot of people are actually watching. A lot of people are interested in what you're doing. It just takes the right time, the right opportunity to just meet them and, you know, to just have that, should I say, change of mindset. And after all of that, I've done a couple more, performances, administrations, and everything with, the Olu of Warri's, platform, and for him as well. And I just told myself after that, I was like, girl, forget it. You're going to sing in front of presidents. You're going to sing in front of kings. And it's going to be amazing. So just get ready, buckle up, So
Wow.
that was a game changer for me. Huge game changer.
Access the stars.
Singing Luther Vandross and Mariah Carey's Endless Love. Let's give it up for Adagold and Anderson.
We would really love for the audience to just feel loved, because it's a beautiful love song.
We want to infect you with the virus
Yes,
of love.
love. We have to
We want
love.
to take your mind away from Corona into the island of love.
No, I don't mind.
Oh, you know I don't mind. Yeah. You be the only one. No, I can't deny this love I have inside. I'll give it all to you, my love, my
Ooh. Access the Stars was a really tough journey for me, because I had lost my mom at the time, 2019, and We did the burial the previous week, and then the next week I went to auditions in Warri for Access the Stars.
Let's hear. What did you think?
I had chills from the beginning to the end. I'm very, very proud of that performance. A bit too much hugging, but I loved it.
Kathy, I'm Kathy is moving.
Yes, Mama.
This kind of verdict, they don't say it on table. Excuse me, on this side. By the power vested in me on this lovely, great day, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Because as far as I'm concerned, a wedding, every single thing you got and every single thing you got, you just told us how a family
Work
should
together. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you can now step closer together. Yes. Let's go to TY Mix. I want to hear, one or two things from you, please.
I think I totally understand how Kathy feels, because you're
I told myself that, you know what? This woman always loved me singing. Let me do something. And at that time, because she was sick for I think a couple of years. She was sick for I think it was like 2-3 years. Because then I had to step out of the music scene for a while to be with her at home, because my sisters had to go to work and whatnot, but I was always with her at home and my younger sister. And I just said, you know what? Let's take this as an opportunity to just make her proud again.
You can see my heart beating. You can see it through my chest. Now I'm terrified, but I'm not leaving.
Guess what? I'm amongst the top 5 in Warri for Access the Stars. The concert is coming up, and I want you to just expect fire, energy, and more power from me. Yeah. Access the Stars, shine more.
Yeah. How y'all doing tonight? Looking out in the morning rain. I used to feel so uninspired.
All the emotions and all the drama and all the everything attached to it, I think putting it into that competition was what got me to where I was.
Don't run out.
Yeah. It was crazy, but it was amazing. And my dad, I think that was one of the first times that I saw that my dad cried and said, I am so proud of what you have done. He said it wasn't even about winning. It was about putting myself out there, that he was afraid that I wouldn't be able to put myself out there anymore. But I did.
All right. One thing is for sure about this next contestant performing. She's got a really big voice. Now, what's she going to do with that voice with this particular song she's about to do by Omaomi called Megbele? Well, your guess is as good as mine. Let's welcome on stage Adagold.
Just know that the song is going to be beautiful. It's going to be awesome and amazing. If you really want to do music, or if you really want to be in the entertainment industry, be ready. I would use the word fortify your mind, because you get a lot of no's. You will get a lot of you're not good enough. You will get a lot of the other people better than you, or you will get a lot of not be worried, suppose they go to Lagos, do this, do that. But if this is really what you want to do, put your mind to it. Keep doing your thing. There's the internet now. Internet is making things a lot easier for all of us. Put your content out there. Keep sharing. Hop on trends. Hop on competitions. Hop on, things that A-list artists are doing at the moment. Just, you never can tell. It might work, it might not work. But
Yeah.
try. Just keep pushing. And most importantly, if you are what's the word? If you are a strong believer in God or a strong believer in your juju or whatever it is that you believe it well. Hold it with your lifeline, because you can't do music and you can't do entertainment by yourself. You have to have your backing. Spiritually, financially, physically, everythingly. Because it's not easy. There are days where you would want to give up. But what's going to push you? What's going to drive you? When people around you don't even see your drive or your dream anymore. You know, what's going to push you? So just keep pushing and believe that you can do it.
Boy, you know I gave you all the money for my bank. You tell me, say you won't go play football for Japan. 5 years now, and you never call my phone, yo. You got me thinking that you're never coming home.
Okay, so when we were planning this, I think my manager said, let's go and do this thing in Lagos. It's Lagos that we know that we'll get more money. But then we thought about it again and then said, everybody that we know that are so talented, that are from the South, they are moving to Lagos. Lagos is overpopulated. What are we doing, in our own small capacity? It's not even because we have all the money in the world. But what are we doing for Warri? What are we doing for the South? What are we doing for Delta State? We're like, okay, let's start it. Let's start it. I reached out to a lot of my friends that were doing big things, in the industry at the time. And some of them gave me some kind of funny answers and everything. But then I was like, why am I even stressing? Why should I not have called Sound Sultan since? Because we met the first time ever on Project Fame, where we did a collaboration for Motherland. We did a remix together. It was amazing. And he was like, I've been following you, so you are my best contestant in this place. I just thought you are saying this because we were working together. I said, no, I'm serious. So from there, we just kept the flow, kept the connection. It was like a down-to-earth person, so free, And then I called him and I told him, see what I'm doing. This is the plan. This is what I want to achieve. And he was like, are you seriously worried? Don't worry, you know what? I'm game. Don't pay me. Don't do anything. Just make sure that my flight is paid, my hotel accommodation. I don't eat this, I don't eat this, I don't eat that. I was like, no problem, sir. He said then, I think he said was it not over? I can't remember how much, but he was like, I should just give his manager so that his manager will rest. He said, but just know that you're not paying me, I'll come and I'll do my thing. I was like, no problem at all. Planning everything, Warri people can be very funny, where if you're not in their clique, they will tell you to your face. A lot of people told me to my face, like some people told me to my face that if we're not involved, this thing will not work. I was like, you have mind though. Hey God, you have serious mind. I said, and one thing my mom told me was, whatever it is that you're doing, never forget the place of God. So with every step, as we were planning and all, I was always praying and I said, God, these people are trying you because it's not me that they're trying. Telling me to my face that it's not going to work. I was like, okay, no problem. We did our best. We called in a lot of, because I would tell you that it was a lot of favors that we called in. Friends that we have done stuff for in the past that still came through. OGs, I would use that word.
Day ones.
Yeah, day ones. The person that did lights for us, NST, came through, even though we definitely had to pay. But it wasn't the normal, cost and everything. My friends that came in from Lagos, the ones that came in from Port Harcourt, even the Warri-based artists as well, because it was a live music concert, no DJ track one or anything. My band, the band Orom, I didn't pay them the first year, but we did back-to-back rehearsals, all-night rehearsals, day rehearsals. They came through, they were like, Mama, don't worry. We go tier. We go run out for you. We love this idea and we're going to make it work. And the day of the event came. A lot of people said, you bring Sound Sultan. You go, if you bring Sound Sultan, come this way. I was like, wow. And he was supposed to come a day before. He didn't make it, but he came the day of the event. And I think he went to see a couple of, some big boys in Warri and everything, and told them that he was coming for my event. And these are people that were lounging in their houses. But the moment they heard that they were coming for the event, and the moment Warri people heard, it's not like people didn't come at the time, but they weren't as much as we were expecting. But I just told myself, I said, you perform for 1 people, you perform for 1,000, you perform for 10,000 people. Act like you're performing for the world. Forget about the people that are there. It's the first year and it's amazing. So they heard Sound Sultan was in town. You see, it didn't take up to, I didn't think it took up to like 5 minutes. The place was packed. Like, my manager came to one corner and said, are you seeing all these people that are coming? I kept quiet, and it was so shocking. I said, wow, Warri, Unado. As long as people paid gate fee, that one I concern me, I'm fine. It's fine. And after everything, we were just doing like a review and everything, and he said something to me. My manager said something. He said, now, wow, Warri people. So they were really waiting and hoping that we would fail. But I said, don't worry, we got this. And at the time, I didn't even know that, Sultan was ill. I didn't know. He just told me, he said, don't worry, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna be there and everything. And when he came through, we took pictures, we talked, he encouraged me, like, don't worry. When you come to Lagos, tell me when you're coming to Lagos. Let's see what we can do. Let's see how we can work 1 or 2 things. Let's even do a video for Motherland Remix and everything. We even planned to do a video, but because of his, flight delay and everything, we couldn't do it anymore. I was like, okay, no problem. You can always reschedule. And he said, no wahala. A lot more gigs. People that told me that it will not work. People that told me that started calling me. Congratulations, oh. That show was massive. Like, it was a production. It was this, it was that. But overall, I was excited and pleased that we did something big.
Yeah.
We did something amazing that Warri talked about for a long time. It was one of the things that prompted us to do another season and to do another. And then after the concert, I think it was even my manager that sent me a message and said, Ada, the first question he asked me was, where are you? I said, I'm in church. He sent me a message and he said, Sound Sultan had passed. I walked out of church and I didn't even know how to feel, because I think prior to that, the year before my concert, I had lost my dad as well. So grief was just a strange thing for me at the time. I sat down. I didn't know how to, because I wanted to call his manager. I wanted to call his wife, send my regards and everything. For almost 6 months, I couldn't call his family. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't, when it feels like you just saw someone and then they tell you, I was like, how do I call and say sorry? His manager called me and said, Ada, you didn't even call us. I literally had to start, I started begging, and I think that was the first time I actually cried after they told me that he had passed. He was not the one telling me sorry. He said he was calling me to be upset with me and everything, but with the cry that I'm crying, I don't even know what to say. I told him, I was like, I don't know how, because I wanted to come. I wanted to go to Lagos, but I didn't know how to say sorry. I didn't know how to express myself at the time. I just said, you know what, let me give everybody space. Let me just, I apologized, and I talked to the family. I said, I am so sorry. It wasn't because I didn't care or anything. It was because of how I was feeling at the time and everything. And it was not like as if they were not the ones telling me sorry. But I think we all at some point started crying and telling each other story, and everything. But But it was a huge blow. It was a huge blow, honestly.
She puts on masquerade. She hides behind a masquerade. The smile you see is makeup for her pain. She's not okay, but you can't see